In this video about to check out, this man asked some very vital question, and this one is, how can I address transgender ideology as a Christian teacher? Let's check it out.
I teach 11th and 12th graders, and being a strong Christian, I'm not going to leave the public school as a teacher, but my kids won't step foot. And I run into this a lot. We're talking about truth. Parents of a 15-year-old boy that wants to go by the girl pronouns, you see where this is going.
Yeah.
So this is not what to talk about the kid, but my heart feels for the parents. The parents don't know how to navigate that. So this is not a hard-hitting question about a lot of what you talked about. How would you navigate that truth conversation with parents in a public school setting? And because it's not a lot of back and forth, I can just go out and see.
Well, if you have the ability, are you saying, Luke, you have the ability to talk to them individually?
I do. So I run the alternative education program with kids that are upside down in credit, so I talk to parents all week long.
Okay, I might ask a parent a question, and that is, do you realize that transgenderism presupposes fixed genders? Why? Because if I'm a man and I think I'm a woman, I have to have some idea what a man is and some idea what a woman is to know I have a problem. And secondly, I have to have some idea what a man is and some idea what a woman is to make the so-called transition. If those genders didn't exist, if they're all fluid, transgenderism would be impossible. Number one. Number two, every human being can produce either one or another. They can either produce a sperm or an egg. There's no third category. And this is true throughout the mammalian world. So if someone has a mismatch between their mind and their biology, the way you treat that is to change your mind, not your biology, because it's impossible to change your biology. You can't change every one of your 100 trillion cells. You can change your mind. In fact, Dr. Paul McKee, psychiatrist at Johns Hopkins University, said that he said that transgenderism is like anorexia. If someone has a mismatch between their psychology and their body, we change the psychology, not the body. We would never go to an anorexic and say, you know, you're right, you're dangerously overweight, let me give you liposuction, right? You would say, you need to be nourished. Your mind is not telling you the truth. So you need to be nourished. By the way, I've just updated a book that I wrote years ago called Correct, Not Politically Correct. It's now called Correct, Not Politically Correct, about same-sex marriage and transgenderism. There's a whole new section on transgenderism.
Yeah, I should read that.
The issue is with transgenderism, a decade ago it affected 1 out of every 10,000 boys who thought they were girls.
No, a lot
now
more.
There's been a 6,000 or 4,000% increase of girls claiming to be boys. And what do you think has caused this? It's a social media contagion. This is being passed via social media. Parents need to get their kids off social media if they're going down that track at all.
It's going to be so difficult to do that now because the kids are going to see other kids in social media and those still get on social media.
In fact, Josh Hawley, the senator from Missouri, wants to pass a law that says you need to be at least 16, maybe 18 to get on social media. Because that's where this is coming from. And you can see why. When you're a young person, you young people know, what do you want to do when growing up? You just want to fit in, right? You want people to like you. You want to be on the in group.
The cool
and what's
person.
The easiest way in today's culture to get in on the in group? Claim
Social
you're trans.
media.
Everyone's going to applaud you, and anyone who says, don't do this, you're going to hurt yourself, is going to be called a bigot and be shouted down.
This happened in Vancouver anyway, the man that got punched in the face in Vancouver.
So that's where this comes from. This literally comes from the pit of hell. You can't change your biology.
It changes
And if you want a good website to go to that might be helpful, Luke, go to sexchangeregret.com. Sexchangeregret.com. This is the site of Walt Heyer, who for 8 years lived as a woman, became a Christian, and then went back. And he helps thousands of people who have gender dysphoria to get right. So check that out.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I've always been saying this. A lot of times people don't know this is from a place of love. You know, when you speak against it, people think it's hate. But it's actually from a place of love. Like the story, I think sexchangeregret.com is saying a man who lived as a woman for 8 years is helping other people. So why would he be helping if it was from a place of hate? You see, you're helping because you love somebody. Yeah, people don't see it that way. We have to change all this narrative of if you speak against it, then you're a bigot or you're a hater. You can't keep thinking like that. Just for once, think if these people, if they're all speaking up against it, why? You know, why? Does the whole world hate me? Yeah. Anyways, this is the end of this video. Let me know your thoughts on this one. If you'd like to see a follow-up video on this one, feel free to let me know in the comment section. It's my first introduction to this speaker. Never heard anything from him before, but I'd like to follow up to see what else he has said. Also his book, I'd like to check it out, and then I'll tell you guys. If I do find it, I'll tell you guys some of the insights. But this is the end of this video. Smash the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Have a wonderful day. Peace.
I made this bed on my own.